Okay, let's dive right into it. We're going to talk about the psychology of staying single. And, we're going to flip the script a little bit because we're exploring why it's often the strongest people who actually choose to be.
So let's just get it out there. The big question, the one that kind of hangs in the air, right? Is staying single for a while. Is that a red flag? It's something a lot of us think, even if we don't say it.
All right, to really answer that, we've got to tackle the whole single stigma head on. We're going to break down the myth versus the reality of it all. Because let's be real, the narrative society pushes. It's this idea that if you're single, especially if it's been a while, then there must be something, well, wrong with you. Okay, so this is where we really flip that whole idea on its head. The myth says being single means you can't connect, but the reality, it's usually a deliberate choice. People think it's about loneliness and emptiness, but really, it's about independence and freedom. And this is the big one. It's not that something is missing from your life, it's that you're busy building something powerful within it. And that brings us to the real heart of this whole thing, the psychology of strength. Let's get into the actual empowering reasons why amazing people often choose to stay single. Okay, first up, they're smartly selective. And look, this has nothing to do with being unable to find someone. It's a hard pass on forcing connections that just feel empty or fake. They'd so much rather wait for something real than pretend, because they know it's about the right person, not just any person. Next, and this one's huge, they fiercely protect their peace. People who are comfortable being single, they really get their own rhythm. They know what fills their cup and what drains it, and that inner calm, that's non-negotiable. They're not going to trade it just for a relationship status. And for a lot of people, being single is also a time for healing. After a really tough breakup, or maybe a betrayal, it's not about jumping right back in. No way. It's about taking that necessary time to rebuild, to learn to trust again, and to protect their own heart. And here's a big one that I think a lot of people just don't get. They genuinely enjoy their own independence. So many single people are truly happy. They love having control over their own time, their energy, their goals. It's not loneliness, it's freedom, plain and simple. So all of this, it leads us to our final and maybe most powerful point. Let's talk about the power of waiting and get to the bottom of why these people absolutely refuse to settle. Just think about this quote for a second. The people who stay single the longest often have the biggest hearts. This just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? It's not that they're closed off, it's that they're careful. They don't let just anyone in because they care too much to risk their heart on the wrong person. So hey, if any of this is resonating with you, I really want you to take this away. You're not behind. You're not missing out. Not at all. It just means you know yourself deeply enough to wait for what is actually real. And that leaves us with one last thing to think about. Maybe the question isn't, when am I going to find someone? Maybe the real question is this: are you just waiting for a partner, or are you busy building a life that's full and amazing, all on its own?